Bruce Belzowski at the 2017 North American International Auto Show in Detroit. Looking at the electrification and the next steps of electrification in the automotive industry. Two major events that occurred this year that related to its electrification. The first was the introduction, or the soft introduction, of the Tesla Model 3, where 400,000 people put down $1,000 to hold their place in line for a vehicle that will not be out on the market until the end of 2017 and maybe not until 2018. The other major introduction was the introduction of the Chevy Volt. This vehicle has a 238-mile range for an all-electric vehicle. This will allow someone to have an electric vehicle as their only car. Both of these introductions were major events for the automotive industry. Never before had we seen the demand for an electric vehicle, for any vehicle, that had 400,000 people line up to pay in advance for it. And never before had we seen a 238-mile affordable electric vehicle. And this is what the Chevy Volt has provided for the auto show this year. All the manufacturers laid out their latest forms of electrification, from the hybrid of the new Toyota Camry to the plug-in hybrids of BMW and Mercedes to the full electric Bolts. These manufacturers had product ready for people to buy. Other manufacturers had concept vehicles, such as Mercedes full electric EQ, Fiat Chrysler had the full electric Pacifica minivan. We see each manufacturer using a different form of electrification. For example, Ford uses an adapted vehicle version, where they take vehicles such as the Focus and the Fusion, and they create an electric Focus and a hybrid Fusion, or a plug-in hybrid Fusion. They actually have both. So they also announced that they are going to hybridize the Ford Mustang and the F-150. So now we have Ford using the same types of vehicles for all their electrification. Now Chevrolet uses a new platform strategy for their electric vehicles. The Chevy Volt and the Chevy Bolt are both unique vehicles on unique platforms, which is very different from the Ford strategy. Many manufacturers use a combined strategy. The Toyota Prius is a unique vehicle on a unique platform, but Toyota also hybridizes the Toyota Camry, which uses the Camry platform. BMW uses as a similar strategy. They have an i3 and an i8 that are unique, and they use a adapted platform for the 7 Series and the X5, where they use plug-in hybrids for this kind of strategy. Though nearly all the manufacturers can now talk about their electrified fleets, one thing that is missing from these plans is sales volume. Manufacturers sell very few electrics compared to their internal combustion counterparts. Those sales are a function of a number of issues. First, the electrified vehicles of all the manufacturers are more expensive than their internal combustion counterparts. This may lead the manufacturers to build fewer of these for fear of losing money on them. And low fuel prices also don't help the sale of electric vehicles. We know that 80% of buyers purchase off the dealership lot, and electric vehicles are in short supply on those lots. If manufacturers feel they are losing money on each one of these vehicles, they will not build and support stock on those dealership lots. The whole process then becomes a self-defeating cycle. Chevrolet will be selling the Bolt for less than $30,000, which is a unique price point for electric vehicles. And so Chevrolet hopes that this is going to break the logjam for the electric buyers. But one of the things that they're doing is that they're only going to build 40,000 of the Bolts this year. That's a small number of vehicles compared to what they're doing with their internal combustion engines. The other thing that Chevrolet is doing is that they're only going to sell the Bolts on the West Coast to start and then spread out to the rest of the country. With its low price point, the Bolt is a good market test for electric vehicles. But if Chevrolet is only going to build 40,000 of these vehicles and they're not available at dealerships when buyers come to buy a new vehicle, they may purchase other vehicles instead. It's not like the market has not sent a strong signal about electrics. The Tesla Model 3 showed that. but it looks like the industry still needs to be convinced that there's a strong market for electric vehicles. Having the Bolt go on sale and people coming and signing up for the vehicle, even though it is not on dealers' lots, may be the sign that manufacturers need to prove that there is a strong market for electrics this year.